everybody in rep class and advanced drama class. I'm Mackenzie Goodwin. I'm Miss Goodwin's daughter, as you may know. And I'm here to introduce the next assignment for theater class for you guys. First of all, I want to say congratulations for making it through another week. I know this is not the most fun time ever, but I really hope that you all are staying happy and healthy out there. So this project will be a project in what is known as rapid response theater. So most plays, as you know, are plays that have been written a long time ago, and then you do them, but they were written in the past. And you may do them in such a way that it's talking about something that's going on right now, but it's not actually about the present moment. A rapid response piece of theater is in the category of what is known as devised theater. Not sure how much you've talked about that, but that's basically where a group of theater makers comes together to create their own play and their own performance in the moment. So this will be the bigger project, but the first aspect of this is your assignment for this week. And this assignment is all about gesture and building gestures. Now you'll find the document in Schoology that's called The Power of Gesture. Part 1. This is also based on viewpoints. If you've talked about viewpoints, it is like the flocking that we've done. It's a physical theater. So it's about how theater doesn't just live in your head or in the words. It's all about the theater that lives in body movement and motion. So in this Power of Gesture document, if you want to go ahead and open that up and follow along with me, that would be great. I've got it here in front of me. So what is a gesture, right? Here's the definition. Gesture is a shape with a beginning, a middle, and an end. Gestures can be made with your hands, your arms, your legs, head, mouth, eyes, feet, stomach, any other combination of body parts. So anything that is done with either like a single part of your body, like one finger, or with your entire body moving in concert together. But it has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and that is a gesture, right? Cool, pretty simple. So there are different kinds of gestures. The first kind is behavioral gestures. So when I wave and say hello, that's a behavioral gesture. Or when I say, pick up my phone, that's a behavioral gesture. So it's just basically stuff that you do in everyday life that is just normal physical activities that you might recognize as just normal stuff you would do that could be on stage, and a lot of times is on stage, but it's not really abstract, right? It's just normal physical motions. Those are also gestures, but those are known as behavioral gestures, right? They're public and private behavioral gestures. So most often like a public behavioral gesture would be, again, like a wave or a bow or let's see, clapping for a show. That would be a public behavioral gesture. And let's see, what is a private behavioral gesture? Think of what that might be. So I'll leave that open-ended. It's kind of a question. So if you have an answer to that, like what is a private behavioral gesture that you probably, that is not like a wave that you would do in public? So think about what an answer to that might be. It's a bit of a riddle. The other kind of a gesture, the other big category of gestures is expressive gesture. Now, expressive gesture is what we're going to be exploring in this exercise. So what is an expressive gesture? An expressive gesture is a gesture that shows an inner emotional state, like a desire, an idea, or a value. So it is not as concrete as picking up a tissue, right? It is something that is more abstract, like moving your body in such a way that expresses the concept of freedom, or the concept of fear, or love, right? So it's a gesture that is inherently theatrical, that would only pretty much show up on a stage. So let's see. So come up with, if you can, just for yourself, like 5 expressive words that could be made into gestures, like I said, like grief or liberty, or think of like 5 of them and write them down for yourself. Okay, so here's the actual exercise now that we've talked about what kind of gestures there are, right? So there are behavioral gestures and expressive gestures that correspond to words that are abstract concepts. So since in this exercise, we're going to be exploring how to do expressive gestures, since they're not this kind of thing we do every day. So when you practice, make sure you have enough space around you to avoid bumping into anybody or anyone. And if you can make, so you're going to be making a recording of this. Right now, I'm just using MacBook, same one that you have. And I'm making a recording. And if you can, like I'm a little bit limited in space, and I'm going to find an area later on to make a video where there's more space. But this is what I have right now. So I'm just going to perform these gestures kind of in this box. Excuse me. But if you can get your whole body into a shot in order to do these gestures, that is great. If you can get like from the waist up and do these gestures, that's also great. So just be creative when you make recordings, and just sort of show us what you got. So you can try, so there's a list on this document and it's in a slightly bigger font. So for this exercise, you're going to be sort of refining a gesture that comes out of one of these prompts. So some ideas are practice expressive gestures for freedom using just your shoulders and your back. Practice expressive gestures for pain using just your head and eyes. So I can demonstrate what mine would be, right? So that would be a gesture, right? It has a beginning, a middle, and end. And what's important is that it's repeatable. So once you have your gesture, make sure that it's not just like something that you do. It's something that you're like, okay, first, I'm going to squint my eyes, and that's the beginning. I'm going to draw my head back, and that's the middle. And then I'm going to do that, and that's the end, right? So it's a full story in a gesture. That's what composes a gesture, right? The next one, explore expressive gestures for happiness using your arms and hands. What would that look like? That sounds like fun. Explore expressive gestures for exhaustion using just your legs and feet. So these are just examples. You're gonna pick 3 of these, either the ones on the list, or if you wanna make up your own, that is also very welcome. Do that too. So you might say like, pick one word, an expressive word again, and then pick 2 body parts to focus that on. Or pick one expressive word and then just come up with whatever gesture it says to you. And remember to make it have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And then, so you've picked 3 of these, and you're going to create that gesture, and you're going to get really good at it and know that it has a beginning, middle, and end. And then you're going to record those 3 gestures based on the 3 expressive words with the different body parts, either from the list that's provided here, or you can make up your own. That's totally cool. Be creative. And then either upload those to Schoology, or if you'd like, you can drop into Ms. Goodwin's office hours for your classes, which I believe is Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Yes, so either send a video up to Schoology, or you can drop into office hours and sort of perform them there in the Microsoft Teams app thingy that you guys use. So yeah, and if you have any questions, just let us know. We're trying this out for the first time, as I know you all are. And so if you're confused about anything, if you have any questions, if you have any ideas, just let us know. Obviously, we're here. We're not going anywhere. So hope you all are doing well again, and hope you enjoy this exercise. We'll love to see what you guys come up with. And so excited. All right, bye. So we'll see, behavioral gesture. Bye.